applying for a green card. M1s can only study for up to 3 years, unlike an F1 who can study for 5 to 7 years or longer. Also, the practical training rules are different than they are for the F1s. An M1 can only work after completing studies, and the formula is 1 month for every 4 months of study. M1s do not have the 90-day rule for application. They must apply no more than 60 days before completion and no more than 30 days away from completion. There is only a brief 30-day window. M1s cannot apply for an H-1B visa if they qualified for the H-1B as a result of their M training. This is markedly different from the situation for F1s. Travel issues. Now let's say that you traveled outside the country to somewhere adjacent such as Canada or Mexico. However, let's also say your visa has expired. As long as your visit is for less than 30 days, you can qualify for what is called automatic visa revalidation. You will require a valid SEVIS I-20 and an unexpired I-94. Be careful. You do not always qualify, and our best advice is not to leave the country if your visa has expired. In any event, the groups that do not qualify include 1. If you applied for a new visa but it was not issued. 2. Your SEVIS file is terminated or states that you are out of status. This is a very critical issue for students who are unable to complete their course of studies for whatever reason. Even if you have an emergency back home, folks, you need to make all the proper arrangements or you may find yourself locked out. 3. Of course, as I mentioned earlier, this is for visits of 30 days or less. If you have been out of the country longer, you will not qualify. 4. If you are from Cuba, Iran, Iraq, Libya, North Korea, Sudan, or Syria, you also do not qualify. You can obtain more information at 8 CFR 214.1A3, and that CFR link is available on our premium site, immigrationhousecall.us. Make certain you register this program so you have access to all of this information. It is organized in the student section. CFR stands for Code of Federal Regulations. One last issue here of interest. You can also travel to adjacent islands. Adjacent islands mean bordering islands. Cuba is not included on the list. However, the ones that are included are Saint Pierre, Miquelon, the Dominican Republic, Haiti, Bermuda, the Bahamas, Barbados, Jamaica, the Windward and Leeward Islands, Trinidad, Martinique, and a few other British, French, and Netherlands territories, and possessions that border the Caribbean Sea. Automatic revalidation. As we discussed earlier, some countries which we listed have an agreement that allows you to enter up until the passport expires. The safest route to follow is simply to wait until you have a new passport before leaving your country. The code section you can reference is 8 CFR 214.1A3. Again, this is linked on our website, immigrationhousecall.us. We covered automatic revalidation separately for a very important reason. A lot of people have called our firm and they have thought that this meant many things. With a term that general, we understand it. For example, some people have called our firm explaining that they have not attended school for a long time and then wanted our lawyers to explain how they could get automatic revalidation, thinking that it meant automatic forgiveness. The countries included that allow for automatic revalidation are Algeria, Antigua and Barbuda, Argentina, Australia, Austria, the Bahamas, Bangladesh, Barbados, Belgium, Bolivia, Bosnia-Herzegovina, Brazil, Canada, Chile, Colombia, Costa Rica, Cote d'Ivoire, Cuba, Cyprus, the Czech Republic, Denmark, Dominica, Dominican Republic, Ecuador, Egypt, El Salvador, Ethiopia, Finland, France, Germany, Greece, Grenada, Guatemala, Guinea, Guyana, Hong Kong, certificates of identity and passports, Hungary, Iceland, India, Ireland, Israel, Italia, Jamaica, Japan, Jordan, Korea, South Korea that is, Kuwait, Laos, Latvia, Lebanon, Liechtenstein, Luxembourg, Madagascar, Malaysia, Malta, Mauritius, Mexico, Monaco, oh beautiful Monaco, Netherlands, New Zealand, Nicaragua, Nigeria, Norway, Imam, Pakistan, Panama, Paraguay, Peru, the Philippines, Poland, Portugal, Qatar, Romania, Russia, Senegal, St. Kitts and Nevis, Santa Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Singapore, the Slovak Republic, Slovenia, South Africa, Spain, Sri Lanka, Sudan, Suriname, Sweden, Switzerland, Syria, Taiwan, Thailand, Togo, Trinidad and Tobago, Tunisia, Turkey, the United Arab Emirates, the United Kingdom, Uruguay, Venezuela, and Zimbabwe. Expiry. On the topic of expired visas, let's spend a moment there. If you travel to a country where automatic revalidation does not apply, you will be stuck. The other issue is that these lists of countries qualifying for various exceptions are subject to change at any time, so always check with your DSO or designated school official, the person dealing with foreign students, before making any important changes, moves,